Let's install Thompson 1 kit into a Thompson 1 valve, part number 2149-000-99. What will be included in your kit will be Thompson Valve piston seal, tungsten carbide plunger, your seat, tungsten carbide sleeve, wiper seal, O-ring, insert, and you will have lubricant included in the kit. The tools that you will need to do this will be a 9/16 socket, 7/8 socket. You will also need a dental tool, and I'm going to use a cordless drill, but you can also use a ratchet with the 9/16 socket. We're going to start by removing the cap from the Thompson valve. To do that, you're going to have to unscrew counterclockwise. We're going to also take the spring out of the way. Remove your bump ring, turn the valve upside down. You're going to use your 9/16 socket to remove the 9/16 bolt. Now you want to take the base off of the body of the valve. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove your insert. What you want to do now is you want to push the plunger completely through the valve. Now we want to remove the tungsten carbide sleeve out of the valve body. You will notice that there's a plunger seal inside of the valve body. We want to use our dental tool and remove that seal. What you want to do now is you want to remove the piston seal from the piston using your dental tool. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the 7/8 socket, and we're going to remove the piston from the plunger. Now that you have removed all your parts that you're going to replace, let's start the assembly process. First thing we want to do is we want to install the piston seal. This is very important because there's a correct way and an incorrect way to install the piston seal. If you look at your piston, there's a flat surface on one side, and then you have a recessed surface on the other side. What you want to do is you want to install the cup seal down, pointing toward the recessed side, making sure that you got it in there as straight as possible. Next thing what we want to do is we want to reinstall the piston over the plunger, making sure that we put the recessed side down on top of the plunger. Reinstall our 7/8 nut. Let's torque it down with our impact tool. Next thing we want to do is we want to turn our valve body right side up, and at this time you will use the lubricant that is included in your kit by applying it to the walls of the cylinder. Once you have applied the lubricant to the walls of the cylinder, you want to reinstall the plunger and the piston into the valve body. Now that you've got the plunger inside of the valve body, you want to make sure that the plunger is receding out of the body so you can install your plunger seal. There's a side that has an O-ring, and then there's a flat side. You actually want to install this seal over the plunger with the O-ring side facing up. You want to gently put it over the edge of the plunger, trying not to damage the seal. At this time, what you want to do is you want to get your sleeve, tungsten carbide sleeve, and you want to place it over the plunger, and you want to use it to further install the seal all the way in. Now what we want to do is we want to assemble our insert and our seat. In order to do that, we want to put the seat in the insert, making sure that we put the side up that has the pitch to it. After installing the seat into the insert, you want to take your O-ring that's included and you want to install it on the back of the insert. The next thing we want to do is we want to place the insert, seat, and the O-ring assembly back over the sleeve. I would suggest at this time the lubricant that's included, that you actually put a little lubricant into your thread journals. Now that you've done that, what you want to do now is you want to reinstall the base, making sure that everything lines up correctly with the base and the nipple and the insert. You want to make sure that the nipple, the base, is in a line with the insert. The base fits snugly onto the valve body, then you know that it's aligned. What you want to do now is you want to torque down your 9/16 bolts using a cross tightening pattern. What we want to do is we want to use our 2 thumbs and we want to push the plunger down. After we do that, what we want to do is we want to install our bump ring. I also would suggest, if you have lubricant left, to install lubricant above the piston also. The next thing that we need to do is we need to reinstall our spring. And last but not least, what we want to do is we want to reinstall our cap. And to do that, we want to start the threads turning it clockwise direction. And we want to run this cap all the way down. And this is how you install a repair kit into a Thompson valve. If you should have any problems, any questions, feel free to contact us.